Welcome guys to the commentary. I'm going to take you through my session today. Today was a back and bicep session on the 4th of January. We started off with a seated row, a really great exercise to hit the middle part of your back. Everything that we did today was 4 or 5 sets, sort of the higher rep range, sort of 8 plus, really trying to sort of get the blood pumping to the muscle. It was like the kind of session that we fancied doing today. So we started off with the seated row, moved into the lat pull down. I really enjoy the lat pull down, really targets the lats for me because I don't ego lift. I just allow my scapula to be retracted, my shoulders to be back and down, and I also allow my shoulders to pop at the top. We moved downstairs in the gym onto, I call this more of like a not an upright row, but I call it like it's a back row from like a high position. The video clip goes into like a rear view of the exercise. I really enjoy this exercise. As you can see, I've got a few plates on, allows me to really squeeze my back, and I really enjoy lifting heavy weight, and I was still able to hit 8 reps, which is really good. Moved into some face pulls, using the rope extension on the cable machine. I really enjoy this exercise. It pinches your traps and your upper back, and it also hits your rear delts as well, and it also helps with external rotation of the shoulder, which like obviously in turn will help with your posture, and it's just overall great exercise. Really enjoy it. Then we moved on into some shrugs using the Smith machine. I like to use the Smith machine because then I don't have to worry about trying to hold the weight, and this also allows me to keep the bar away from my body, so I don't use it to like drag the bar up by squeezing my traps at the top. Moved into some straight bar bicep curls. One of my favorite exercises for biceps, simply because they class it as the compound exercise of biceps. Allows you to really put the weight on and really try and squeeze out those reps. As you can see, it got tough towards the end. Moved on into the seated preacher curl with the machine. So it's a fixed machine. As you can see, I had to adjust my elbow there. We did this back to back with a straight bar just to get the reps in, really get the blood pump into the biceps. The last exercise I moved into was the reverse grip bicep curls. Really good exercise for me. I can really feel it in my biceps. Don't have to go mega heavy. So again, I don't ego lift, and yeah, you'll see a little blooper there. Almost shows you my physique in my first video. But yeah, overall good session. What's going on, guys? So I have cooked up for me and Holly a homemade kind of burger thing. It's got radish and lettuce, it's got some bacon, and obviously like it's classed as an extra lean burger. We get all our meat from Muscle Food because it just comes in like big batches and stuff. Got some chips, homemade of course. Was meant to do sweet potato, but we run out, so I used normal potato. It's got garlic and chili seasoning on it, and just some sauces. So yes, and Holly and hers. She toasted her bun. I didn't because I don't need to. What's going on, guys? So I've just arrived at my friend Darren's house. He's the guy that I train with, and that is normally the guy behind the camera, so that you can see me training and what have you. It's currently 4:20. I've just arrived. We'll be leaving in about 5 minutes. Takes 20 minutes to get there, and yeah, today's a chest and tricep workout. It shouldn't be too long. Probably about an hour and a half. Might finish off with some abs, or maybe do some extra carbs or something. I always like to add those in at the end, because they're obviously areas that most people lack in, or they forget to do them. Anyway, so catch you in a bit, guys. Welcome on back to the commentary, guys. This is a chest and tricep workout on the 5th of January, the day after. We started out with dumbbell flat bench press today. We started with 10 kg to warm up our chest, doing some really high reps to get the blood pumping to the muscle. Moved into some 20 kg dumbbells, and then we progressed on into the 40s. We're sticking to around 6 reps today. Wanted to sort of do a more of a strength building kind of session, seeing as we were training chest later on in the week for the second time, which is why you'll only see 2 or 3 exercises in this commentary. As you can see, my last rep there was a real grinder, but I was not allowing it to get the better of me. I just focused on squeezing my chest, drawing my elbows together, and not allowing my bum to lift off the bench. Moved on into the Smith machine. We basically put this on after the dumbbells so that we can just focus on getting really high reps, just focus on squeezing the chest to push that bar up, drawing the elbows together, which is what gets the tension on the chest. It just allows you to focus on really just squeezing, getting the high reps in, and not having to worry about controlling the weight as much. Moving on into the chest flies with the pec deck machine. I do not ego lift with this. I keep it as light as possible. Still so that it's a challenge, hit to, I don't know, between 10 and 20 reps, just so you get the squeeze on that inner part of the chest, one of the areas that people lag in. So, I'm just trying to keep it real, just making sure that I'm getting the squeeze to try and build that inner portion of the chest there. Moving on into the tricep part of this commentary here, the V-bar pushdowns, as you can see, the stack is almost 3/4 of the way, so I'm really trying to focus on bringing up my triceps because, bigger triceps equal bigger bench. Yeah, the lighting is not very good in the upper part of the gym, so I look really fluffy, but I can promise you I'm not as high in body fat as it may look. Moving on into the tricep dips then, we always do tricep dips on a tricep day. It's more of a functional exercise, it's something that you should implement into your training all the time. What's going on, guys? So I'm now back home from the gym. It was really good. Couldn't record as much as I wanted to. The gym was actually quite busy. Not too busy not to film, but because there was people doing a lot of similar exercises, me and Darren had to keep jumping on and off to make our sets go quickly so that the other people that wanted to use it after us could. And it was just like an overall was a really good session. No complaints or anything. We hit chest and tries. I'm all like not really that pumped up right now. My chest doesn't look great in this light because it's like a full-on beaming light bulb that's way too bright for this room. But yeah, so it was a really good session. Had a really good time. I'm back home now, just waiting for Holly to get home so that we can have some dinner together. I'm pretty sure we're having something like homemade pasta meatball